The Olympic Games mock the Last Supper, God, and all Christians around the world. How long, O God, will the adversary reproach? Will the enemy blaspheme your name forever? Psalm 74. During the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games in Paris, a rendition of the Last Supper was presented that has caused significant uproar. Instead of the traditional representation by Leonardo da Vinci, the organizers opted for a version that includes drag queens and transgender men, which many perceive as a mockery of one of Christianity's holiest scenes. What appeared to be a simple fashion show featuring drag queens ended up illustrating almost exactly the famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci depicting Jesus with his 12 disciples on the night before his crucifixion. Social media quickly reacted. While some viewed it with humor, others described it as a mockery of not just the artwork but also the Catholic religion and the thousands who follow Christ. For millions of Christians around the world, the Last Supper is not just a work of art, it is a profound symbol of faith and communion. Transforming this image into a controversial spectacle has led to questions about respect for religious beliefs and the purpose of international events. In Christian tradition, and especially for Catholics, the Last Supper marks the moment when Jesus instituted the sacrament of the Eucharist. According to the New Testament Gospels, Jesus took bread and wine, blessed them, and offered them to his disciples saying, "This is my body, and this is my blood," Matthew 26 verses 26 to 28. This act symbolizes the new covenant between God and humanity, with the Eucharist becoming the center of Christian life. In the ceremony, the drag queens and transgender men were dressed in elaborate costumes that imitated the traditional styles of the Last Supper but with a modern twist. These performers portrayed the apostles and Jesus, creating a scene that many considered a parody. The central figure of Jesus was portrayed by a drag queen in an extravagant outfit that drastically contrasted with the solemn image of the original artwork. Additionally, the apostles were also dressed in a manner that accentuated an aesthetic many found irreverent. Pope Francis, the highest leader of the Catholic Church, expressed his hope before this opening that these games would be a symbol of unity, that sports could unite all nations by ceasing armed conflicts, with the hope that the world could live in peace. This is the way the organizers of the games have responded. The humiliation is not only for Catholics, it is for all of us who carry Christ in our hearts. One of the things that drew attention to this part of the presentation was the reaction of the King of Spain, who looked on with displeasure at the scene. Where is the respect for religious beliefs? Don't we deserve respect? Alright, let's not talk about religion, because as we see, it is prohibited. This video might be removed right now. Social media doesn't like this kind of content. We are not discriminating or judging anyone, but it hurts to be offended in this way. Remember what the sacred scriptures tell us: we are not of this world. I do not pray that you should take them out of the world, but that you should keep them from the evil one. They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world. Sanctify them by your truth. Your word is truth. John 17. During the ceremony, an individual, amid a performance that sought to be provocative and challenging, displayed behavior widely considered inappropriate. The presence of a child near the incident has sparked an intense debate about the responsibility of event organizers and the need to protect children from inappropriate exposures. But let's talk about something we as a society must preserve: our children. Did you notice this person dressed in black during the inauguration? Did you see how they exposed part of their genitalia to the world? And worst of all, did you notice the young girl who is near this person? This is exhibitionism. Let's wake up, world. If we don't protect our children, who will? Jesus warned us. Whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to stumble, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck, and he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Matthew 18. As a society, it is crucial that we take measures to protect our children from scenarios that could be harmful or uncomfortable. Large-scale events, like the Olympic Games, should have clear protocols to ensure that all artistic representations and performances adhere to standards of decency and are appropriate for all ages. This includes implementing reviews and pre-checks to prevent the presentation of elements that may be considered offensive or inappropriate. This incident not only highlights the need for responsibility on the part of the organizers but also the importance of constant vigilance by the community and families. Protecting children from experiences that could be harmful or inappropriate is a shared responsibility that requires a collective effort from all involved. This type of event also falls within a broader phenomenon known as woke culture, characterized by a supposed awakening to social consciousness and justice. Woke culture advocates for the acceptance of new social and cultural norms and questions established conventions. However, in some cases, this attitude has translated into the acceptance of behaviors and representations that many consider transgressive or provocative, especially in relation to traditional beliefs and values. In the context of the controversy over the representation of the Last Supper and the related incident, there is a clash between attempts to challenge and redefine cultural norms and the desire to maintain respect for established traditions and values. While some view these acts as a way to promote inclusion and diversity, others see them as a rejection of what they consider fundamental and sacred values. This confrontation highlights the need for a balanced dialogue that allows society to address issues of diversity and mutual respect without compromising principles of dignity and protection, especially when it comes to the exposure of the most vulnerable, such as children. It is crucial to find a middle ground that allows for artistic expression and cultural freedom without sacrificing respect for beliefs and the safety of younger individuals. This has not been the only scandal surrounding Leonardo da Vinci's famous painting. Some time ago, alleged hidden secrets in this masterpiece generated even more controversy. From the claimed appearance of Mary Magdalene in the painting to the insinuation of a child that they might have had together, these revelations have shaken both the art world and religious beliefs. This world increasingly resembles Sodom and Gomorrah, and it is very likely that we are living in the end times. Many people around the world are convinced that the trumpets of the apocalypse have already started to sound. In different countries, strange sounds have been heard in the sky. You can find all these details in this video.